Now we're moving on to a very interesting conversation. Now, the call for the creation of Anioma State as the sixth state in the southeast geopolitical zone of Nigeria has gained increasing attention in recent years. This demand is rooted in historic, cultural, political, and economic considerations that collectively make a compelling case for restructuring the current regional configuration. Now, for people establishing Anioma State will not only correct long-standing imbalances, but also promote equity, unity, and sustainable development within the region. Now, joining us for this conversation, I have a passionate advocate for the creation of Anioma State, Professor Abigail Ogwuezzy Indisika. Good morning and welcome to TVC Breakfast Saturday this morning.
Thank you. Good morning, viewers.
Good morning.
Okay, so now my first question to you would actually be, for someone hearing about Anioma for the very first time, what would be your strongest case for the creation of that state?
Okay, I think that we approach that first from our political history. From the time of Western Nigeria, Eastern Nigeria, and Northern Nigeria, where we had the two regions, we're being always referred to as Igbos, Western Igbos. We moved on to Midwest, we were referred to as Midwestern Igbos. Again, we had Bendel State, we were referred to as Bendel Igbo. Presently, in Delta State, 5 ethnic groups were gazetted. 1, Isoko. 2, Urobo, Ichekiri, Ijo, and Igbo. So we have been known as Igbo all the while. Now, when you remove the historical past, you also have to talk about linguistic affinity. I come from Ndokwa land. In Ndokwa, the parts of the body, from your head to your toe, is the same thing with Eastern Nigeria. So the languages of Delta North Senatorial District that comprise the Anioma people, it's actually mutually intelligible with Igbos. In fact, experts look at the languages and they are all genetically related. And therefore, it's time for us to live and stay with our kids and kin in Eastern Nigeria. Because some people have actually suffered some form of, they call it identity crisis. So, but thankfully, the Gazette, the current law of Delta State, recognizes Igbo, that's the 5th ethnic group. So we don't need any other justification for us asking to be the 6th state, in the southeast geopolitical zone.
Very interesting there. I can see that this agitation is on at the moment, and it has to follow some constitutional requirements to ensure that it comes to pass. But do you see Anioma State, if this is possible, that it will solve some of the agitations of marginalization that some people are saying at the moment?
Yes, I think so, because at least the Southeast is the only geopolitical zone that has 5 states. I think Northwest has 7, all the others are 6. So creating Anioma State will address that imbalance, address issues about inequity, and also bolster the Igbo nation further. Because when you look at the Anioma landmass in Delta State, it's over 6,400 square kilometers. So when you add that to what they have, they will be having about 35,000 square kilometers as their landmass. Secondly, we will unite with our kith and kings. We're also coming with very strong population. So it's more inclusive for them, and I also think that we have what it takes, to be in the East. So beyond the population, we have very strong creative industry there. Asaba is a hub of film, in the country. So it will also boost their electoral strength, because we have over 3 million people. So I think that inclusion for the Southeast is better than exclusion. So I think that they should move for the creation of Anioma State and make it the 6th state in Southeast geopolitical zone.
No, no. Anybody listening to you now will say, why are you not comfortable in Delta State? Is it that these people are pushing you, are treating the Anioma people as a minority? Number two, we have the River Niger there, which I think is one of the reasons why the Anioma people are in Delta State. And number three, we have not talked about the political significance of creating this Anioma State. Could you touch on those?
Well, I think that the river shouldn't be an issue. I don't know if you have been to Nimbe in River State.
Yes, I have.
There's one small river that crosses the two places. So I think even within different states, you have rivers across.
Yeah,
so there's no big deal. Our people trade easily at Onitsha.
Yeah.
Onitsha is a major market there. So issues around a river or no river, I don't think that justifies the exclusion. And I think that it's stronger for Southeast to actually get the Anioma people on their side, because it will make them bigger. So expansion is better than having the status quo.
What about the feeling of the minority feeling that the Anioma people have? Do you guys have that feeling at all? Is it one of the reasons why you want to identify more with the Southeast?
I think that we have that affinity. So our culture resonates with the culture of the Igbos.
Yes.
And people have classified us across.
Yes, as Igbos.
As Igbos. So I think that it's just a good time for us to seize the moment, and go to where we belong.
Okay.
So I think Mr. Thomas is feeling a bit rejected.
Rejected?
Yeah.
No. I asked her 3 questions. She's just giving me answers to 2. Let's look at the political side. If a state is created, some people that were disadvantaged politically become advantaged. Are we looking at that as an incentive?
How do you mean?
Okay. For example, as Delta State, the quota system, the political heavyweights and all that, are the way they are now. But if Anioma State is created, some people that were playing local government politics might find themselves playing state government politics.
Absolutely.
Yes. Is that a consideration?
Well, it's not the major consideration.
But it is one of the considerations.
You have better representation. Governance will be closer to the people. State creation, take it or leave it, brings governance closer to the people. Imagine if we're still having northern, eastern, and western Nigeria till now. What will happen? So I think it's a win-win for everybody. Both the southeast and even the remaining part of Delta State. Because attention will be focused on the new capital for Delta State, because I think Asaba will remain our capital, for Anioma State. So, there will be improvement, because they'll begin to create structures in those places. Our people will have better representation. Because if you have about 3 senatorial districts, you have 3 people at the National House, speaking for the people. So they could get more toward getting more closer to the grassroots. So governance will get closer to the grassroots. So I think it's a win-win for everybody. In fact, it will enhance participatory democracy, if I have to use that expression. So I think that state creation is good, and Anioma is even the most viable. Remember, this agitation has been long.
Yes.
It's over 70 years. So it's the oldest request, in terms of state creation. And I think now is the time for both our leaders in Delta State and the Southeast people to see the reason why Anioma people should join Southeast. And that should be the state that should be created, because it's the oldest agitation and we're economically viable. The oil multinationals are there. We produce over 200 barrels of oil per day.
Wow.
So I think that it's the most economically viable.
Think that will be enough to be able to finance some of the economic issues in that particular state, if the proposed state is found?
I can tell you for free.
Before the emergence of the president, we saw how states were owing civil servants. So the emergence of the president, we can see that the president today is saying that hold your state governors accountable. The grassroots are accountable. Do you think that if Anioma State is established, the states will be viable enough to be able to meet the needs of the people.
Extremely viable. I can tell you. Agriculture were very strong. Oil production were strong. Creative economy, very strong. Sports, you know, JJ Culture, Lise, and what have you, were very strong. So I think that, in fact, trade and commerce were extremely very strong. So agriculture, you know, we're strong. So I think the state has all it takes, and Anioma has all it takes to be a state. Human capital. I'm here speaking to you. I'm a professor. And there are several diverse people, professionals all over. So we have the human capital, we have the natural resources, we have quality trade. So I think that it's the most viable of all those contending to be states for now.
Okay, so I'll say that. So now, you said this is the longest agitation, talking about 70 years. That's
Yes.
a long, long time.
Yeah, I wasn't born.
First of all, let's talk about why, based on your understanding and seeing, of course, you definitely know the roots, know the history behind all of this. Why do you think it has been rejected? The request has been rejected so far. That's one. Also considering the economic viability of it. Now, two is going to be now, at this point that we are in, now we're talking about national support. What level of national support is needed for the creation of the state? And also, considering the political climate in Nigeria right now, we're preparing for 2027, do you think this is the right time? And do you think Nigeria has what it takes to literally withstand the shifts that will happen if this were to happen?
Well, I think the momentum is very strong. The National Assembly, they are desirous of actually addressing the inequity in terms of state creation, in terms of number of states in each geopolitical zone. So, and the momentum is to make Southeast have the 6th state. So the political will is there.
Is it about the numbers?
How do you mean?
To make it 6 states in the Southeast?
Yeah, because all other geopolitical zones, if we're talking about equity and fairness in a country, all other geopolitical zones have 6 and one has 7 and another one is having 5. It's, I don't think that's, if we're really talking about, you know, fair representation, equity in treatment of different regions of the country. So I think that what the government is doing is right. And I maintain that Anioma state is the most viable of all the states. Not just being the most viable, it has the longest history of agitation. So I think that we should deal with these things layer by layer.
All right.
And so it's our time. It's the time for Anioma.
I'll collect the answers to my question behind the scenes as we weren't able to answer them. It's fine, but right now we actually have to go. Thank you so much for being here with us. Of course, we're actually looking and praying with you with regards to this request. Thank you so much. Professor Abigail Ogwuezzy Ndesika. Thank you.
Thank you for having me on your show.
All right. So we'll be taking a quick break right now. When we come back, there's so much more still happening right here on TVC.